Well, good morning. How good is that transition? If you didn't watch my stream on Friday, I introduced that transition to you all. Hope you're doing well. We've got a bumper deadline stream. I'll probably do 2.5, 3 hours this morning. I don't have time, unfortunately, to go right up until the deadline today. But I will go for as long as possible. I've got other plans today, I'm afraid, that I need to get ready for just before the FPL deadline. But I'm here at 7:30 a.m. UK time. I thought this time would be good because it allows people who are in different time zones to get themselves on a deadline stream. So hopefully this is useful to a different audience than I usually capture, as well as the regular folk. Antonio, it's good to see you in the chat, mate. Should I start João Pedro or Morgan Rogers? Bloody hell. I'd start them both. I reckon there's someone else who could be benched, to be honest with you, mate. I would start both of them. Who else? Unless your team is full of premiums, I would consider starting both of them. I think I would. Just put my mic in a bit of a better position. Sorry, I was a bit noisy. Best Trent replacement. Yeah, I don't mind Van Dijk. I'm quite big on the Arsenal defence, personally. I was considering buying Gabriel. Excuse me. I was considering buying Gabriel. Hopefully that's not a recurring theme throughout the stream, that I'm sneezing like a mofo. You just look. So the reason I'm so big on the Arsenal defence, mate, is I think these fixtures, up until, well, even those mixed in, right? Now, I think Arsenal have statistically been the best defence in the league for the last 2 seasons, right? And I would say this season so far, I don't think they've been unlucky, but there's been lots of like one-off events that have scarpered their season so far. So like red cards, injuries, etc. So I would like to give them a slight benefit of the doubt for the first 11 game weeks of the season. And I just think the set of fixtures, bar of course Spurs, Villa and Man City here, these fixtures, they could genuinely keep a clean sheet in every single one of them. So Nottingham Forest, West Ham, Man United, Fulham, Everton, Crystal Palace, Ipswich, Brentford, Brighton. That run until the 1st of January, probably bar the Man United game, is amazing. And then they got Spurs and Villa, fair enough. But I think most people have strong, and even then they could keep a clean sheet in those games, right? And then it's Wolves, and then it's Man City, and then it's Leicester, West Ham, Forest, Man United again. And then they got a really good run there as well. So, I don't know, maybe I've got blind faith in them, but I think that's logical. And I think if I was replacing Trent, mate, I would probably go for an Arsenal defender. And I'd look at Gabriel. Oh, sorry, I'm telling you about the fixtures. What's going on here? Hang on. I'm telling you about the Arsenal fixtures and I'm not showing you them. I'm a terrible host. Absolutely terrible host. There you go. Yeah. Anyway, those are the fixtures I was talking through. And there are like 4 games in the next 15 that they aren't very high. Yeah, I just think the fixtures are great for them, mate. The games I would pop out would be Spurs, Villa, Man City in the next 15 game weeks. JP Corn, for me, I think I would start Rodgers because, honestly, as a Man United supporter, outside of Bruno Fernandes, I have no idea how they're going to line up from an attacking perspective. So, yeah. If Greaves starts, who will he replace? There is... What's his name? He won't replace O'Shea. He will replace... Burgess, I think. Cameron Burgess. Burgess has been playing since Greaves got injured, so he will replace Burgess, I think. Rodgers should get an assist today. I tell you what, I've had a bit of an idea about my team reviews. So what I'm going to do is, if you send me your team on X at Golden Goal FF, I'll go through my notifications at 8 a.m. So in 25 minutes time, and I'll just look at all the teams that everyone has sent to me and give some thoughts on the teams. How about that? And then if any members want to send me their ID in the chat, then I will look at your team in like FPL Review, Draft Hound, Fantasy Football Hub, whatever. How does that sound? So yeah, members get the benefit of the ID team reviews, and then if you tweet me your team, I will have a look at them. And then what else? What else was I going to say? Oh, and yeah, members and super chats basically will get priority on that. I'll have a look at your team. Good morning, Cortex. Good to see you. Hopefully Rogers does something. Bro, come on. X username. Right there, bro. Right there on your screen. Yeah, send us your team, bro. Okay. Paul, I'm gonna smash up Draft Hound and we'll have a look at your team, mate. That transition doesn't get old. We love it. I thought you were the Paul that followed me on Instagram, but I wasn't 100% sure because you have different names. Good to see you, mate. Bench Wood for Rogers, yeah. I think you should. I'm backing Arsenal to keep a clean sheet today. I think the logical thing to do would be to do that. I would do Solanke to Isak and then start Ait-Nouri over Mikalenko. That's all I do there. Solanke to Isak, mate. Get that move done. My other attackers, sorry guys, bear with. It's so cold here in the UK today. Whenever I went outside briefly to take the bins out, and yeah, I've been sneezing since. Apologies. Yeah, that's what I do, Paul. I got sidetracked by my sneeze then. I've got some score predictions. I've seen a few names that were on the stream yesterday, so I would have seen these. But yeah, this is how I'm predicting the weekend to go. You guys let me know if you agree or disagree with that. Yeah, Chelsea, I've gone Chelsea 4, Leicester 1. Arsenal, I've got them beating Nottingham Forest 2-0. Villa, I think they do Crystal Palace 3-0. Bournemouth and Brighton, I figured both teams are playing at a pretty similar level at the moment. So I've gone for a score draw. I've gone 2-2 in that game. Everton and Brentford, 3-1 to Brentford. Fulham and Wolves, I went for a 2-2 draw in that one. 5-2 I've gone in the Man City Spurs game. Given that Spurs do not have a fit centre-back, I think that opens them up a little bit. Liverpool, I've got them beating Southampton 4-1. I feel like Ipswich and Man United draw 1-1. And then Newcastle, I've got them beating Brighton. Got them beating West Ham 2-0. I think Man City do well against Spurs. I really do. I'm captaining Haaland. You can probably tell that by score predictions. Go on, Cortex, mate, on those leg curls. I absolutely despise leg curls. To be honest, I don't because my training program is more around speed and power. I don't really do the isolation stuff very much. So I just do I do one day of heavy squats and then one day of explosive squats where you load up 60 to 70% of your 1 rep max and then absolutely launch the weight up. And then I do the same with deadlifts as well. So I do a power deadlift with lighter weight, and that's how I train my legs. Do we transfer Mbumo for Bruno? Nah. I think Mbumo's been too much of a legend this season to be doing that. I also should we do a side-by-side comparison? Bear with. I will get a comparison up for you. Look at this. Look at this service I'm providing you. Bear with. You can't see it at the moment, but I'm going to load up a player comparison. You look at this. You can see this is a tool that's available to me on a... Oh, no, it's not available. That's not the right one. Bear with. I'll have to get back to Twitter to get the link. I'll do a side-by-side comparison for you, Jess. In order to bring Palmer this week, I need to move Mbumo out and choose Semenyo or Neto. Yeah, I don't mind it. I don't mind it. I just... Selling Mbumo, man, doesn't feel right to me. But if you're getting Cole Palmer in... That's the wrong one. If you're getting Cole Palmer in, then I rate it. Just trying to find the message with the link to this comparison thing. There we go, found it. I think Semenyo is the best cheap midfielder in the game, for what it's worth. All these stat comparisons I've got. Right, player head-to-head card. We were looking at Bruno and Mbumo, weren't we? Look at this. We changed the colour as well. Go for this one. There you go. Does that help you decide? How good's that, eh? We do the swishy transitions in this stream, and I've got some pro-ass graphics. I know I'm captaining Haaland because I think he's the best captain. I've heard that Southampton don't have Ramsdale and Bednarek, but I think that's less impactful to them than not having not having Van de Ven and Romero is to Spurs. My other attackers are Cunha, Isak, Saka, Palmer, Salah, Bruno. That's why. Oh, Jesus Christ. That is a disgusting decision. What do people think on Michael's question there? Would you bench Rodgers or João Pedro? That's a disgusting decision. I'd probably start Rodgers, mate, over Johnson. My pleasure, Jess. No dramas. Everyone gets the top service here. Solanke, Jackson, ESR to Palmer, João Pedro, and Archer. It all depends if you've got another player that you can play ahead of Archer. If you've got to start Archer every week, I wouldn't be doing that. Sorry to hear that, Paul. I do like Isak a lot. Forwards under 7 million for Gameweek 13. I can sort that for you as well. I just have to switch my screens again. Bear with. I just don't care about Dibbling, mate. He's just in my team now. He's in my team. He's set there. I've never actually needed him yet. Is what it is. It's the only thing with Roger, not Rodgers. I think Rodgers definitely starts. The only thing with João Pedro is the competition he's got. You were after, what were you after? Forwards under 7 million for Game Week 13. Right. We're getting there, mate. I'm dragging the sliders along. There you go. Chris Wood, mate. He's got Ipswich at home. There's your order. I'll just make it. There you go. Would you bench Mikalenko or Lewis? I'd bench. I think Brentford score, so I'd bench Mikalenko. What else? Sorry, Michael. It's a hard decision, man. I put it in the hands of a coin. If you have a coin by your person, heads is play Rodgers. There you go. Tails is play João Pedro. Who do I bench between Cunha, Rodgers, Aït-Nouri, and Porro? Porro. I bench Porro. Well, offside opinions, I would say my personal, at 7:45 a.m. UK time, I reserve the right to change my mind. My personal captaincy order this week is Haaland, Salah, Palmer. I think Palmer plays 90. I think Salah plays 90, mate. He's had 2 weeks off. He didn't play for Egypt. Holy moly, Fact Explorer. That is a... You need, if you keep spamming the chat, I'm not going to answer your question. That's so tough. I think one thing I would say, I genuinely don't have an opinion on that. It's really hard. I really don't have an opinion. What do people think on Fact Explorer's question? I have no idea, mate, to be completely honest with you. The one thing I was going to say is that is such a disgusting benching headache that I would want to get rid of one of those players or do something so I don't have to make that decision every week. Because every week you're going to look at your team and you're going to be like, I've got 3 players here that I could start. So yeah. Oh, hang on. It's not on screen properly. Got to scroll. T-Bone, hello from California. Good to see you, mate. Hello from Bristol in the UK. Sold Haaland to get Salah in. Got Saka, Fernandes, Palmer and Salah in midfield now. Yeah, I think you'd be fine. I quite like the idea of going different in captaining Haaland. Watch me change it. Last game week I did the same. And then I changed it 15 minutes before the deadline and went for Salah. Salah will be scoring at least 2 today. We'll see. We'll see. Good morning, Sally. I hope you're doing well. Alex, good to see you. What are your thoughts on the upside of Saka? Mate, I think their fixtures are great. I think, mate, honestly, I'd be pretty keen on Saka if it were me. I'll just get the fixtures up. Bear with. Where is he? There he is. So yeah, I don't know if you can see this on your screen. Nottingham Forest, West Ham, Man United, Fulham, Everton, Crystal Palace, Ipswich, Brentford. Like that's an unbelievable fixture run. Cortex, I reckon 8 reps. I don't know what your 1 rep max is. I'm giving you 8 reps at 100, mate. I am because of my rotator cuff injury. I haven't. Oh well, I could just about get them there now. But I couldn't get my shoulder in position to do squats. So on Tuesday, I did squats for the first time in 3 months because I couldn't get my shoulder in position to hold the bar properly. And I did, what did I do? Did 125 kg for 3 reps, which I was quite happy with. Considering my form was all over the place though. Mian Gaming, I will do some team reviews at 8 AM. If you missed it previously, I see Sam Basaka spamming his ID in the chat. I'm going to change up how I do my team reviews. So what we're going to do is we're going to do it on X. So if you tweet me your team, if they're still called tweets, don't know. Tweet me your team. I will scroll through my notifications and look at everyone's team and review them. And if you're a member or want to do a super chat or whatever, send your ID in and I'll give you a bit more of a review. Blue Sky. I've not made the transition over yet. Not quite. I think I'm probably close. 12 reps. Absolutely massive, mate. Twitter is banned in your country, sadly. Oh, put it in the chat. Put it in the chat at 8 and I'll read through it. Or put it in the chat in 10 minutes' time. I am on Blue Sky, mate, but I haven't fully made the transition, if that makes sense. I'm still using X. Yeah, Sally, I just don't have an opinion on that, I'm afraid. I don't have an opinion. Do you have any coins around you? That is the question. If you have a, I'm pretty sure you're from Egypt, aren't you? I think I might have an Egyptian coin, actually. I'll do it for you. Bear with. Yeah, Cortex. I have my, like, I don't know what the bone is for your thigh, but I've got like quite long leg bones, which yeah, I know the pain, man. Oh no, I don't have an Egyptian coin. I do have an Indonesian rupiah though. Holy shit, I found it. Does anyone remember? I don't know if anyone was here when I first started live streaming. It's a bit dusty because I found it around the back of my desk. It's actually disgusting. I need to clean that off a sec. If anyone was with me from the very beginning when I started live streaming, I had a coin of truth from my very first live streams. I had an Indonesian coin of truth. It's a bit grubby, so I'm just cleaning it a second. And what we're going to do, we're going to flip a coin. So if anyone's got a 50-50 decision, this needs a bit of a wash. Hang on. We're going to do some engineering. I'm just going to make a tissue a bit wet so I can wash it. For anyone that's got a 50-50 decision, I'm going to get a coin out and help you decide what to do with your team. Just bear with it. I'm just cleaning. I'm cleaning my Indonesian coin of truth off. You didn't expect me to say that this morning when you signed into this stream, did you? Right, that'll do. It's not in its best state. I'll give it a proper clean in the sink, but I don't want to leave you guys waiting. Right. Here we are. You see that? So this side is Hall. That is Kirkez. That's the first 50-50 decision, right? I can't remember what I said. The 500 side. I'm pretty sure that was Hall, wasn't it? Lewis Hall. That's what the coin is saying, Sally. Anyone else has got a 50-50 decision, I will use the coin. Heads by Timber, tails ain't Nori. All right. Well, we don't really have a heads or tails on an Indonesian coin. You got the side that says the amount that the coin is, and then a crest. So I don't know. Good to see you, Alexandru. Sorry, I was distracted by the coin. Great to see you in the chat, mate. I hope you're doing well. Good to see you, Niels. All right, heads is going to be this one. That's heads. Tails is going to be the amount. Right, Timbers. All right. Ooh, hang on, that was a terrible toss. Tails. Ain't Nori. Do you live in Islington? Think you saw me at dinner? I don't live in Islington, mate. I live in Bristol, and I'm afraid you didn't see me. I wasn't in Islington at all. Flecken Verbruggen. Oh, that's a good one because it's valid for me as well. I need to. I'll put on a screen so you guys can see something while I piss about with this coin. Bro, you should have took a picture of him. That'd be a bit weird, to be fair, wouldn't it? No, I'm not going to endorse that, actually. Rogers captain for James. Absolutely huge. Right. Verbruggen is going to be tails. Flecken apparently wins. God, there's so many. I'll try and get through them. 8 Nori or Maswari. All right, 8 Nori is heads. It's 8 Nori. What's the next one? Keep Haaland or not? Keep is heads. Ooh. Tails, sell him. Good seed, Diamond. Nori or Dallo. I'm going to count Nori Mazwari as the same thing. Bruno captain or give up. Bruno captain. I'm not going to do heads or tails. Don't give up, man. Hall is heads. Hall or Lewis? Hall is heads. It's tails, so it's Lewis. No, it's heads, sorry. It's landed on heads, so that's Hall. Valtman or Guardiola? Valtman is heads. Whoa, hello. The coin has disappeared. I don't know who I said out of Valtman and Guardiola was heads because I dropped the coin and got distracted, but it's landed on heads. Cortex, I'm giving you 6 reps, man. Buy a car or save money. Hey, man, it depends. I need to do that. I've got the same decision to make very soon. You can't put a price on the freedom that a car gives you, mate. I still look back on my short existence of 27 years. And I think the highlight single moment of my entire life was passing my driving test. That sounds really weird, doesn't it? But for me, that was so big. Because, yeah. Come On You Gunners wants me to let them on stream so they can tear me a new one. If someone says that, mate, I feel like you're going to get on my stream, say something that's going to get my YouTube channel banned, and then I'm done for, aren't I? So I don't think I'm going to do that, mate. But you can try and tear me a new one in the chat if you fancy it, mate. Well, James, that is the ultimate question, my friend. That is the ultimate question. I reserve the right to change it 5 minutes before the deadline. It's basically my answer to that one. I'm sorry. I can't answer it any more clearly than that. Yeah, should flip a coin for the captaincy, shouldn't I? I will do that. Is it hard in the UK to get you dry? It's harder than other countries. I don't think it's the hardest country, but you have to pass, huge from Cortex, you have to pass 2 tests. So you have to pass a theory test, which is like basic theory of driving on the road, recognizing signs, and then they play you some videos and you have to click when you see hazards. So yeah, I remember that. Hazard perception, that was called. And then you have to do a practical exam where you do a bit of driving around. I think nowadays they make you drive with a sat-nav on and you have to follow the sat-nav. And then they make you do a maneuver. So you have to, one of them was reversing around, for me it was reversing around a corner. And then you can do a parallel park or a 3-point turn. I had a 3-point turn that was given to me on my test. And I actually stalled on my driving test as well. We mostly drive manual cars here in the UK. So I've got, you can get a manual or an automatic license, to be fair. I've got a manual license, and I stalled just coming out of the test center on my test. But because I'm a legend, and no, I'm joking. I kept my cool and recovered from the stall, and it was fine. I passed my test. I had 2 minors, so you get a major. If you do a major, which is a big mistake, you fail, and then a minor is like a little thing that they knock you up on. I think 12 minors and you fail. And I thought I drove pretty much perfectly. And they gave me 3 minors. One of them, I was driving down a very thin single track road, and I was just driving in the middle of it because you could see for like the next mile in front. It was completely straight. And they gave me a minor for driving in the middle of a single track road, which I wasn't impressed with. I was like, do one. So yeah, I passed first time as well. I was quite pleased with that. There you go. There's my life story. Haaland will brace. Well, I've seen someone else in the chat. Someone in the chat named Jess also suggested that Salah will brace too. So Harry and Jess are predicting Haaland and Salah to brace, apparently. Who should I bench out of João Pedro, Garnacho? Oh my God, what? How have people got this many good players in their team? That's disgusting. They've all got good fixtures as well. Oh my god, mate. Good grief. I've no idea, Kieran. What does anyone think about Kieran's answer? Yeah, man, my nose has gone red again, hasn't it? I've no idea, to be honest, mate. I've no idea. It can be a thing to do with drinking lots. I don't know if anyone's seen Sir Alex Ferguson's got a really red nose. I think it's due to the fact that it's really cold outside. And I went outside to take the bins out earlier, and it's just gone red again. I've no idea, mate, to be honest. Maybe I need to go to a doctor, get him to look at it or something, but I have no idea, man. I don't want to talk politics on here, James. If you want to go on Twitter DMs, I can chat to you about it. But we are on the precipice, I think, mate. We are on the precipice. I will say no more. It's quite scary. I don't want it to happen. I don't know about you guys. I don't want to be fighting in a war. That's for sure. But I won't say any more. Well, Sally, I can probably one up you on the terrible motorcycling as well. Not saying yours is terrible. You just failed a test. I've ridden a motorcycle once in my life. I was on holiday with a former girlfriend of mine in Bali, and we had to, in order to because I didn't have a license for it or anything, so I had to prove my competence on a motorbike to basically so you could hire a motorbike from the hotel that we were staying in. And to get to the hotel, there was like this rickety, washboardy, horrible little trail that you walk down to get to the hotel. So my first experience of riding a motorcycle was a horrible little scooter on this terrible track road. I probably did about 10 meters and then I fell off it. And then we got a taxi. So yeah, that was my experience of riding a motorbike, and I've never done it again. I got a car here in the UK. I've just never needed to ride a motorbike. Solanke and Rashford to Palmer and 4.5 forward. It all depends if you've got other options in your team, mate. If you have to start the 4.5 forward every week, I wouldn't do it. But if you can bench them, I'd go for it. Bizzle Skizzle. What a great name. Honestly, mate, I'm thinking of rolling. I made my team. No, I've already changed my mind after my team selection video. I need to do team reviews in a second as well. Maybe it does have something to do with that. Matty win a lot. But I don't think I need to make a transfer this week. I was big on selling Rico Lewis for Lewis Hall and Guardiola for Gabriel 2 days ago. And now I'm thinking, Guardiola's got a chance, I think, of scoring against Tottenham. Lewis is going to play in midfield. Yeah, I think I'm going to keep it. So, Snazbaz, my favourite coffee in Bristol. There is, right on the river by the boat called the Matthew on Wapping Wharf, there's a coffee shop called New Cut Coffee. And that's my favourite coffee shop in Bristol, because there are 3 tables outside and you can sit at those tables, have your coffee and just people watch. And one of my favourite pastimes is people watching. And that's the best spot in Bristol to do it. So Snazbaz, right, if you fancy grabbing a coffee, a New Cut Coffee sometime, I won't be able to do it today or probably tomorrow either, but hit me up on Twitter or whatever, and we can go sit down and people watch if you want. Sell that for, oh, mate. You can't sell him though. He's got Everton and Leicester coming up. Bizzle Skizzle, you are sell Chris Wood at your peril, mate. Is Timber a good option? Yeah, I think he'll do all right. I think Timber will do all right, Alexandru. Sorry, I keep missing your messages, mate. David, it does indeed. There's always someone you're missing, though. I feel like I'm now missing Saka, but it's a good feeling. You know, it's a good feeling. Who are you captaining, David? That is my question, mate. I don't know, James, if I will sell in Boomo. You're going Salah. I wouldn't go for either of them, Cortex. I wouldn't go for either of them. Yeah, he's sellable in that time, isn't he? He is sellable. I'll wait to decide at the time though, because yeah, I'll just wait. I thought you'd mistyped the Spurs player Bergval or whatever. I think that's the Spurs player's name. Well, a few people send me their teams. I'll do a few team reviews. All right, I'll go for Rice, mate. I love Rice. All right, we'll do a few team reviews, shall we? So, Mad, if you want to get involved in the team reviews, if you're a member or want to do a super chat, just send me your ID and I'll have a look at your team in the normal old ways. But you can send me your team on Twitter, and we shall have a look. Mad is planning to do a wild card. I like that wild card. Strong. Simi, I like it. Great team. You don't need to do anything there. Goalkeeper, bit questionable. Maybe look at changing goalkeepers. But other than that, nice one, Cortex, mate. See you in a bit. Bloody hell. This guy's print screened me. Oh, you can't see that. Hang on. You can't see the teams I'm looking at. There we go. Look, this guy sent me a print screen. What's he looking at? He's looking at Let's Go on Reddit. Interesting. Yeah, this team's great. You don't need to do anything. This is... Oh, you're on a wild card. I was going to say this is a wild card draft, isn't it? Yeah, it's a great team. Great team. Nat Woodley is back. Absolutely huge. Absolutely huge from Nat Woodley. I have an error with this image, apparently. Energy. Send me your team. Oh, I'm on Twitter, mate. Send it there. We were doing... Freddie's team because he put his ID in. Neil, send us in your team ID, mate. Oh, you've done it already. My bad. I'm doing Freddie's first and then do yours. I'm struggling to keep up with the chat this morning. Apologies, guys. Ooh. I would start Nori over him. And then you flip a coin as to whether you start João Pedro or not, I think. That's so annoying. You've got a player that... This is Draft Hound. There should be a link in the description. If it's not, it's Draft Hound. But I've got a free premium membership, so you will only be able to see 1 week in advance the expected points. Yeah, that's so hard. That's so hard, Freddie. This is how I would go, I think. I think I'd bench João Pedro. But it's so painful. I would start either João Pedro or Rodgers, I think is the question. Yeah, I like it, Freddie. I like it, Freddie. What else we got? We were looking at Nils' team, weren't we? Where's his ID gone? Want to see what FPL review has to say, does he? Well, I will deliver, mate. This is hopefully your team. It will tell you, almost definitely tell you to sell Haaland, mate, I think. Well, Nat Woodley, I think they're all going to play. Those three players are as nailed as it gets. Some of these transfers, man, are questionable, aren't they? Ben, I'm on it, mate. Hope you're doing well, mate. Hope you're doing well. It's this weird account that keeps sending me emails. I need to block them. I'm going to do that now. I'm going to block him. Some LinkedIn offer that I'm not interested in. And it keeps coming to the top of my inbox. I am blocking you. There we go. So yeah, these are your top transfers, Nils. What do you think about them, mate? You considering them? You say that, Ben, but South Korea is not the warmest country, and he spent the last decade either living in Germany or England. So I don't know. I think he's quite conditioned to cold weather. He played for Hamburg, was it? I can't remember who he played for before. Someone will know before Tottenham. Was it Leverkusen? He played for. He didn't play for. He played for Leverkusen. Ben, let's look at your team. We'll do an FPL review of your team if that's all right. Sorry, we're just doing the members teams. But if anyone wants to send in a super chat, they can get priority. But for the time being, we'll do the members teams that have put their stuff in, and then we'll go back to Twitter. Interesting, it's saying start. It's putting Fabianski in, but it's saying you should start Henderson. I go with that back line. I just hedge on Trent playing because he either starts. That's not your team. 1, 4, 2, 4, 5, 6. Did I do a typo or something? Bro. This is the team that it's saying on your ID. 5, 4, 6. Oh, I'm an idiot. Sorry, mate. I've been live for an hour since 7:30 a.m. I haven't had a coffee yet. What I'm going to do, I'm going to do the quiz at 8:30. So in 15 minutes' time, I've got a quiz. Everyone loves the quiz. So I'm going to do that. And then I'm going to go make a coffee. So I need coffee. Okay. Son to Palmer. I do Solanke to Isak too, mate, I think. Let's see what FPL reviews say, though. Oh, Son to Palmer, mate. FPL review. It knows. Unless you've just copied FPL review. FPL might win a lot. Totally cool, man. So I'll tell you what, I've got a proposition for people, because I've seen quite a few people that actually have Twitter. So I'll do some more Twitter team reviews after this. And then after my coffee, after the quiz, I will open it up for anyone to put their IDs in. How about that? So yeah, that's your team. I think you've done really well with that, Ben. I would also consider Solanke to Isak, personally. I would also captain Salah. I think the captaincy order for me at the moment is Haaland, Salah, Palmer. Those three. Right, I think that's everything. Energy. This is his team. Great team. Nothing I'd do to that. It's a great team. Oh, you've got both. Oh, don't tell me you've got Flecken and Verbruggen in your team. Oh, no. Mate, you need to get rid of one of them. I know you've only got one transfer. Sorry, I didn't notice you only got one transfer. Yeah, I wouldn't do it for a hit. Verbruggen. Start Verbruggen. Oh, I don't know. It's so that's as 50-50 as it gets in terms of a FPL decision. The coin, where's the coin? What did I do with the coin? Oh, the coin like got lost, didn't it? No, there's the coin. Heads is Flecken. Oh. It's landed on Flecken, mate. Start Flecken. I start Ain't Nori Harry. Ed, I'll have a look, mate. In fact, what I'm going to do, I'm going to play it safe. I'm going to have Twitter on here, just in case someone sends me something inappropriate. We'll drag it across when we want to. I don't have a tweet from you, Ed. Unless you messaged it me. Oh, you're all DMing me. Tweet me the team. Don't DM me, man. And I miss them. The real Simi has DM'd me his team. There it is. Great team. I think I already looked at it, though. That is a great team, mate. Nothing. You don't need to do anything there. Yeah, I don't see your team, Ed. I do not see your team. Oh, that's really annoying. YouTube's being annoying. I've just lost the chat. Keeps doing that. There we go. Saka's been in training according to Arteta. Whether you want to believe Arteta or not is a... There's no just tweet me, mate. Just do a tweet. Just do a tweet. At Golden Goal FF. Just tweet. Just tweet. I'm still waiting. No one has sent me a tweet with their team on it yet. Oh, there we go. They're all coming in. FPL Mackham. I'd probably start Rico Lewis over Vandenberg. But other than that, like it. What's going on here? What sort of perspective? Is this on an iPad? It's probably on an iPad, isn't it? Yeah, great team. Great team. Don't need to do anything there. Don't need to do anything there, mate. FPL Mackham, I think we already did yours. Who's that? Kushik. Flecken. I'd start Mikalenko over Aina, mate. I'd also start Rogers over Mavadidi. We'll do them in a second. Matty win a lot. That's all right. That's all right, Nathan. Is that name in respect to Alberto Del Rio from the WWE or something? I can't tell if that's like ring ropes on your picture. It's too small on my screen. I absolutely hate Alberto Del Rio. Apparently he's a really bad human being as well, outside of wrestling. But yeah, I absolutely hate Alberto Del Rio. I remember him. Oh, wow, the Bristol City kickoff's at like 12:30 today. I'm at a party. I can't go. Is your mum's surname? I have no idea why I thought that then. But there you go. It's your mum's surname. Hello, CJT. I would keep Garnacho and Foden, I think. I'd keep him. I'm sorry to hear that, CJT. I'm sorry to hear your team's not looking good. I'm here to help you, man. I do think KDB starts, yeah. I do. I think he starts. But I'm starting to get a little bit weary without my caffeine this morning. So who wants to do a quiz? Who wants to do an FPL quiz? I got 5 quiz questions for you. Who wants to do a quiz? We'll do a quiz. How about that? And then I'm going to go make a coffee, if that's okay. Fun fact, caffeine does not actually impact your system at all until you've been awake for 90 minutes. And I hadn't been awake for 90 minutes when I started the stream. So I didn't need it. There was no point having a coffee. I'd start Lewis. Quiz time. Question number 1. Who was the top point scorer last week in Gameweek 11? They got 17 points. Who was the top point scorer? I tell you what, I could tactically, yeah, I'm going to do that. So for the next question, I'm going to run after I put the question up. I'm going to pour the coffee into my mug and put the kettle on. Very easy. Well, you say very easy, but I haven't seen you answer the question. Imagine having that player as your captain. Great decision. The top point scorer was, everyone knew the answer. It was Bruno Fernandes with his 17 points. Well done, everyone. Ben saying Harry. Unfortunately, it wasn't Harry Maguire. Right. Question number 2. I'm going to run and put the kettle on and put some coffee in my mug. Ready? I'm ready to go. I'm turning my chair. We're ready for a quick escape. Right. Next question. Who's that? Oh no. My mug's on my desk. What's everyone saying? And Mbumo, Jackson, Nicholas Jackson, Delap, Fernandes, Andrew Tate, Rogers, Fred Elliott, and Mbumo. Rogers. The answers are still coming in. Mateta? Interesting. The answer is Nicholas Jackson, ladies and gentlemen. What's everyone on? Let me know your scores. What are you on out of 2 at the moment? What are we on? I want to see more on Matt O'Reilly, mate. I just want to see more of him. He's a wait and see for me. All the kettle's boiled. How exciting. Harry's on 2 out of 2. What a legend. I'm not doing the team reviews at the moment, mate. We're in the middle of a quiz. There you go. Next question. How many goals has Mo Salah scored this season? And I'm going to finish making my coffee while that's up. We're back. 2 secs. Just going to shut my door. I've got the heater on and it will get cold. What's everyone saying then? 8, 7, 8, 9, 8, 7, 8. In Premier League. Sorry, in the Premier League this season. Yes, sorry. It's Premier League. In the Premier League. Sorry, guys. The answer is 8. 8 Premier League goals. Well done, everyone that knew that. You guys know your onions, man. You guys know your stuff. Question 4. Who is that? Cheers, everyone. In my golden goal mug, look at that. By the way, spread shop down below if you want to secure yourself one of these. Here's a new one. I bought someone this as a gift. Should we do an unboxing? Actually, no. The box is too good. I'm not going to take it out. We'll leave it there. I think that's KSI. It does look like KSI, to be fair. It's a Premier League footballer. Huge from Paul. We love that. Honestly, I've no idea how people got that was Raul Jimenez. Does anyone remember him having braids? I don't know. Crazy. It is Raul Jimenez. Well done, everyone that got that. That's incredible knowledge. Fair play. I thought that would trick people, but apparently not. Thank you, Paul. I'd be very appreciative if you bought one. For what it's worth, I don't set the prices, so I created the product on, because it's just a product creation website and you get a little bit of money from the product, but I didn't set the prices. The company themselves did, so they are a little bit, I would say it's quite expensive for a mug, but it's the only way I could link it to the YouTube channel and design it myself, and I would get the mug with the bigger text on it if I was buying one. That's his FPL icon. It is indeed. Nat Woodley got it first. Huge. Not showing off. You're showing off, but you're allowed to show off. There's no rules for showing off. Final question then. So these are the fixtures that happened in Gameweek 11. How many goals were scored in these fixtures? Classic final question. I may have when I did these questions, I wasn't feeling too imaginative, so I may have copied the theme of previous week's questions. But how many goals were scored last week? Well, that's the point, mate. It's meant to be hard. It's the final question, mate. It's not going to be easy. I would not be able to answer. I have an FPL YouTube channel where I talk about football and give people advice, and I would not be able to answer this question. Just saying. Just saying. I would not be able to answer that. It is obviously it is possible to cheat, so I'm trusting that no one just cheats. But the answer, you can't have a range, mate. You can't have a range. You can't have a range. That's not allowed. I'm gonna ban you from the chat for having that. The answer was 25, and I'm just gonna add it up to make sure that my maths was correct. So I got 5 goals in that game. 7, 9, 12, 14, 17, 21, 24 is 26. I've done my maths wrong. It's 26. My maths is wrong. Sorry. I've done that before. I've done that before as well, where I've got the maths wrong. So I apologise. Hey, we're not perfect, are we? The answer's 26. So well done, everyone that got 26. Fair play to people that got it right, indeed. Huge from James. Complete guess from him. We love that. We love that. Right, my feet are getting cold. I'm just going to put my my little slippers back on. Bear with. I don't know why I called them little slippers. They're not little slippers. They're just slippers. They're just normal, regular, run-of-the-mill slippers. Saying little is a bit... Ugh. Yeah, you say that, Ben. But Spurs are missing Van de Ven and Romero. So it could be a goal fest for Man City. And also... I don't think Bednarek and Ramsdale is that big of a loss for Southampton. That's why I've captained Haaland, Chris. But I reserve the right to change my mind 15 minutes before the deadline, like I did last week, and I continue to say that, so I don't get any hate, because I can do what I want with my team at the end of the day. If I change my mind, I change my mind, right? Oh, so Kazi, you look 1 week in advance, and that looks like a good move. But next week, Chris Wood has got Ipswich. And then you'd be like, oh, I wish I didn't do that. I wish I had Chris Wood versus Ipswich. That's my thinking, because I could do, as you can see. So I've got, by the way, I've got 4 free transfers. So I could do that, but... Bench 1 of Smith Rowe, Rogers, Solanke. I'm not going to do that, Ben. I don't want to do that. By the way, I'm going to plug another social media account of mine, if that's all right. I started an Instagram account a couple years ago for Golden Goal, and I've never used it. But I'm starting to use it now. I'm feeling Instagram again for a bit. So if anyone wants to follow me on Instagram, who hasn't already, Give us a follow. I'll pin it for a bit. Give us a follow if you fancy it. If you're on Instagram, give us a follow. I do have Blue Sky, Chris. I will probably might make the transition next week, to be fair. It seems quite good, doesn't it? Should we see what the world of Blue Sky is saying a second? Actually, see if we've got any leaks. We need to check the leaks first of all. Look at all that money. Oh, a lot of people predicting Rico Lewis not to start. So the community starting 11s. We'll scroll through these. These are the predicted 11s according to the FPL community. Ben, I'm going to miss it big time. So will Quanta, if you've seen that. Ooh. Ooh, an Arsenal predictor suggesting that Sterling is going to play and not Saka. I'll do the shock. That was a good shock face, wasn't it? Or an intriguing face. There's the Liverpool predicted lineup. No Konate. What? Fair enough. Chelsea. All right. It's on screen for a bit. Villa. Another Liverpool predicted team. Man United team. Oh, I've got this person muted. I don't know why. I think I must have accidentally muted them. I'm in a group chat with them and everything. I got them muted. Sorry, Hindu Monkey. I must have accidentally clicked mute on your profile. Anthony at right wing back. Wow. Didn't expect to see that. Yes, Sally, I do. I will. I'll just go through these, and I'll ping the link to the mini league in the chat. Newcastle predicted lineup: Pope, Cher, Hall, Kelly, Livramento, Gordon, Bruno Guimaraes, Joe Linton, Longstaff, Willock, Isak. No Gordon. Oh, Gordon's in it. Man United predicted lineup: Onana, Dallo, Evans, Martinez, Delict. Mazwari's 97%. Oh, so we need to look at these rather than what we were looking at before. Man City, Edison, Guardiola, Akanji, Stones, Walker. Lewis is 38%. De Bruyne, Foden, Gundogan, Bernardo, Savio, and Haaland. So low chances of Rico Lewis playing, apparently. Could be time to at least get rid of him then. I could be getting rid of Rico Lewis today in that case. Could be happening, guys. I could be getting rid of Rico Lewis. Liverpool predicted lineup: Kelleher, Robertson, Virgil. Yeah, probably Sally, but it just depends. It depends on how he plays. It just depends on how he plays. I wouldn't say either way enough. You all saw that on screen. I don't need to read through it. I can't say it with enough certainty just with the new manager. I just don't know. Yeah, I'm thinking about doing that, Sally. I think that's going to be my move. Rico Lewis to Luca Dean. I can't believe I'm buying Luca Dean. I can't believe I'm doing it. But I think I am. There's the Chelsea team, if anyone's interested in that. Dean is the FPL troll, and I'm about to buy him. I could get Lenny Euro, couldn't I? No, I don't want to do it. No, I'm not doing it. I'm getting Luca Dean. There's the Brighton team. Thank you, Dan. I hope you're doing well, mate. Villa lineup. Luca Dean is 100% to start. Every predictor has predicted him to play this week. Arsenal. Saka is 84. So that must have been some individual's prediction as opposed to the consensus. So yeah, this is the consensus Arsenal team. Which would be my Arsenal team too. Partey, Havertz, Rice, Martinelli, Odegaard, Saka, Timber, Calafiori, Saliba, Gabriel. That makes more sense. Okay, that's the end. That's the end of the prediction. Yeah, and also, I'll just go in the Fantasy Football Hub planner for that second. Because. By the way, 30 days free on Fantasy Football Hub at the moment. There should be a link in the description below. Toolbox, my team. He rotates. Luca Dean rotates really well with Aina. So if I bring in Luca Dean, but Aina's got Arsenal, Man City this week and 14. And Luca Dean's got a tough fixture in 13. And Aina's got Ipswich. So you can see there, 2 decent fixtures for Luca Dean, Crystal Palace and Brentford, when Aina's got Arsenal and Man City. So I like the rotation. Nah, don't want Van Heck, mate. Not interested. Should I be? Should I be interested? I'm not sure. Not sure. I think I'm going to buy Luca Dean, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, I'd have Cunha on wildcard. I don't think we're going to get a Villa league, are we? Oh, someone was asking for my mini league. Before I forget, let's get you in, Sally. I'm 50th in my own mini league, which is not too bad. First place is Alex. How are you getting on, Alex? I think you're doing very well, aren't you, mate? If I remember rightly. Let's just have a look at his overall a second. If he's still in the chat. Yeah, he's 12th overall. Holy moly. 12th overall is in the... Well, he was in the chat earlier. I don't know, John. I've not seen Harmony. Daniel? Don't know. I don't know why you're still seeing Flecken, mate. I've had enough of him too. Yeah. Yeah, agree, Sally. Agree. I'm shooting you my mini league link. Here it is. Does that help you? Also do that. Yeah. Both of those should get you in my mini league. Foden's starting odds were 92% if I remember correctly. Any prices? What do you mean by prices, bro? Someone was asking after you, Harmony, and you're here. Yes, there is a prize, mate. You get one of these and a packet of biscuits of your choice. That's the prize. And I will send it to you wherever in the world you may be. But I can't promise that the biscuits won't be dust when they get to you. Where's the Man City team? There it is. There you go. Someone's asking Foden starting odds. 77%. I am worried about Haaland. Oh, you get the free mug and biscuits by winning the mini league, Paul. Quite simple. Well, it's simple. It's not easy, but you get it by winning the mini league, bro. I should probably do a members league as well, shouldn't I? I should probably do a golden goal members league if I haven't done so already. And the winner of that will get a mug as well. I'll do that. Remind me to do that this weekend. And then you guys can just you can join it mid-season, can't you? I'll do that. I'll create a golden goal members league, and then the winner will get a mug. Ooh, I would start Cunha, mate, because he's on penalties, and you just don't know. Just don't know who's going to play for Man United. Holy shit! Anyone caught the F1? I think Verstappen is almost definitely going to be world champion this weekend. And Pierre Gasly is P3. Look at that. Oh, you can join the league anytime, Daniel. Here's the code. I'll pin it in the chat. Replace the pin message. I don't think anyone was interested in the Instagram. Totally cool. I understand. Yeah, I did a tweet about Lando Norris a few weeks ago, Chris. Obviously he is an amazing driver. And on his day, he could win a world championship with his driving ability, right? But I don't think he is savage enough, selfish enough to be a world champion in Formula One. I think he's too nice. And he's too mentally up and down. I don't know how you feel about that, but I've seen him down in the dumps far too much this season. And I don't think, because I'm not his biggest fan. I have a lot of respect for Verstappen, obviously. I'm not his number one fan, but one thing I respect is on the track he takes zero prisoners. He would die to make an overtake, and that's what you need to be a world champion in that sport. And I don't think Lando has that. He can probably develop it, but I don't think he has that in him. Oscar does look like that. Oscar Piastri does look like that. I think Charles Leclerc will win the championship. I don't think he's going to win it, mate. No, I think it's all in the car, to be honest, mate. I think if they have a car that's quicker than Verstappen's, they'll beat him. But I think Max is the best driver on the grid right now. And I don't think we've seen Lewis Hamilton in a machinery that's built for him yet. I'd be interested to see how he gets on against Charles next season. On his day he is, but he's prone to mistakes, CJT. I think there are three qualities in a number one, three qualities that a Formula One driver needs to be to separate themselves from the rest. One of them is being just an absolute savage on the track, where they don't care about anyone else except for themselves, even their teammate. They just don't care about their teammate. That's what you need to be. Number two is that they are an absolute unbelievable driver in the wet. I think Max Verstappen is the best wet weather driver I've ever seen. And you need to be unbelievable in the wet, and that's what Max is. And then what was I going to say for the third one? There was a third one. I've forgotten it. Yeah, no mistakes. You can't make mistakes. And I think Charles Leclerc makes too many mistakes. One lap in Turkey was incredible, wasn't it, CJT? I'd rather finish. Yeah, I agree. And I think that in particular, that the fear that Max puts in other drivers by being an absolute savage is part of the benefits of being that kind of driver, if that makes sense. You don't want to dive down the inside of Max Verstappen because he'll just take you out. Or, you see Max Verstappen trying to dive down the inside of you, you'd be scared. All of that adds up to him winning races mentally. That's why I think it's such an important quality. I don't like it as a quality. It doesn't make him a likable person, but it means that he wins races. And ultimately, that's all he cares about. I don't really know who the greatest Formula One driver is, to be honest. I think, like most sports, it's a difficult discussion for a GOAT. I think if Hamilton does 8, it's undeniable, but I'm not sure he will. And yeah, consistency as well. But I think consistency is sort of similar to no mistakes, really. Yeah, it's going to be a wet one today. Schumacher, yeah. I think Hamilton, I personally, if I were to pick one, I'd say Hamilton. And yeah, Lando Norris's starts are terrible. And I think starts in Formula One are a mental thing. I think they're an entirely mental thing. Because you can imagine the adrenaline building and the nerves you get when those lights go on. I just think he can't handle it mentally at the moment. That's my view. There you go. Well, the one thing I don't like about Stroll is that half the time he just doesn't want to be there. I don't think he wants to be a Formula One driver, which is an absolute travesty. But I just don't think he wants to be a Formula One driver, mate. And I think it's a result of how he's got into the sport, right? He's obviously got into the sport because his dad is a major investor in all of the teams, which I totally get. But it is a bit of a waste of a seat, definitely. It's interesting, isn't it? Because Adrian Newey is a cheat code in Formula One, and he's just joined Aston Martin. So they're going to have a World Championship level car with Adrian Newey in 2 or 3 years' time. And is Lance Stroll really going to be driving in that car? Well, I guess actually, Lance Stroll and then a potential championship winner is not too bad of a driver pairing because it means you've got a number one driver. Yeah, anyway. I don't follow MotoGP, mate. I don't even watch the Formula One races. Pick one, F1 or FPL. Definitely FPL, mate. I was just getting carried away then. What do you think for this game week? Welbeck or Jimenez? I like Jimenez. I'd love to see Fernando win a championship. João Pedro or Semenyo? Semenyo. Thoughts on Saka, Semenyo, and João Pedro for Foden, Carvalho, and Solanke? Yeah, I don't mind that. Should I go Robertson to Gabriel or Foden to Saka/Son or keep the free transfer? Mate, I'd keep it. I think both Robertson and Foden play. I don't mind Evan Nilsson. I think Cunha, Wood, Wissa, and Jimenez are all better, though. Cortex, you've missed the quiz. I've done the quiz already. Sorry, man. I have already done the quiz. 236th in the mini league. How many have we got in the mini league at the moment? Let's have a look. How many have we got in here? Does it say? Look at all these people already joining. Huge. Thanks, everyone. Does it say how many we've got? How can you tell how many people are in a league? We'll just go to the end. I'll keep scrolling. Bloody hell. We've got 512 people in the mini league. How's this guy got 142 points? What? He did a minus 28. I was like, how's that guy got so few points? Then he did a minus 28. He did a minus 28. Minus 28. What's all that about? Well, I've got to check out my draft team with my mates, who I will be seeing this afternoon for a party. I have to look at my draft. Bear with. So here's my team. Rather happy with that. I won't lie. GG +1 and do the quiz again. You can scroll back. I'm making a coffee during the quiz, so there's plenty of time to pause on each question if you want. Here's my team. I think I've had enough of this Munoz guy, to be completely honest with you. He's not scoring me any points. I think I'm going to get rid of him. Who can I get? Yeah, I'm going to buy Canate. I'm going to buy Canate for Lewis. For Munoz. There we go. Look at that. And then we're going to do that. And I'm going to pray that Trent starts. There's how my draft's lining up. I may as well pray that Trent starts, right? I may as well. There we go. Anyone else I could go for here? Semenyo's available. So I'm just looking at the players that are available in the draft. No news, Dan. I just figured, mate, that I may as well start him because he either plays or he doesn't. And my other alternatives are Lewis and Porro. So I may as well just go for Trent. But yeah, I've no news. I don't think he plays, to be honest with you. But, yeah. Well, I did my challenge team as well. Everyone look at that. By the way, if you can play on the FPL website, you can play a Premier League match predictor and win a signed match ball from Jason Derulo. Everyone knows who Jason Derulo is, right? Jason Derulo. I decided to start Flecken and Mbumo, bench Pickford and Semenyo, probs Flecken last game for my team. Fair enough. I've got Verbruggen and Fabianski on wildcard. Don't like having Fabianski as an option. No, just keep him, mate. That's a great goalkeeper rotation. You just never start Fabianski and just start Verbruggen every week. I think that's the best double up you can have. You never want a benching headache with your goalkeepers, mate. That's my opinion. I like it, Yellow Army. Best of luck to you. Thoughts on Salah, Semenyo and João Pedro from Mbumo, Foden and Solanke? Means I'd be starting... Yeah, I don't mind that. Ever since I've had Rodgers, I've played him. So I wouldn't worry about having to start Rodgers and Semenyo every week. I think they're great options. So yeah, this is the draft that I've gone for in the challenge. Quite happy with that, you know. I'm going to check if I've got any leaks that have come through on Twitter a second while we look at my draft team. I've just seen someone in a group chat captaining Haaland as well. Just saying. Someone else is captaining Haaland who has both Haaland and Salah. Interesting. So I was just checking. No, there's nothing. There's nothing. Just for fun, I don't know if there are any prizes, to be honest, Alexandra. I've not been following it really. I'm locked in doing for Semenyo for Foden and João Pedro for Solanke. Mate, Mark, that doesn't make sense. I'm sorry. We're sticking with Haaland captain. I am close to selling Rico Lewis, though. I'm close. Can I do something to get an Arsenal defender in instead? What can I do? Can I get an Arsenal defender in? No, I can't. I can't. Oh, I could. I could drop... Can I? I can't sell Chris Wood, can I? I can't sell Chris Wood. What's FPL review saying I should do with my team? That's what's it saying? Well, Sally, we saw. Yeah, here's the Man City predicted lineup. So this is from a team of like 20 Man City predictors, and they got Lewis at 38%. What's that? Yeah, 5 out of what 15 have predicted him to play. So that doesn't fill me with good vibes. And his fixtures, they ain't great. They ain't great. So I think his time in my team is done. And he's only scored points once in my team. I think I've had enough. Let's see what FPL review is saying, though. Where's the solver? That's for solver. Oh. It didn't like me there, did it? I think John Stones will play with Kovacic out, mate. Solve depth. I want 5 game weeks. Oh, that's what? I'm clearly not looking at my own team. FPL review. You're doing me in, man. I think I'd go for an Arsenal defender on wildcard, mate. I just look at their fixtures and I think I want to be doubled up. I actually want double Arsenal defence. I made a wildcard draft video, by the way. I recommend watching that. I don't think I've changed my mind on that, to be honest. I changed my mind quite a bit, as you can probably tell in this game. But I haven't changed my mind on that. I'll go for a medium solver speed, please. Bro, it's telling me to buy Calvert-Lewin. It's telling me to buy Calvert-Lewin. Are you reading that? Incredible. I saw Luca Dean in there, look. It's to change the expected points models just for DCL. So this is what it's saying I should do. I'm not a massive fan of those moves. I do like Lewis to Dean though. One of the top moves is Lewis to Dean. It's the move I'm thinking of making. Should we do it, guys? I'm not going to get a leak on Aston Villa now, am I? Rico Lewis to Luca Dean. Who's the first kickoff? Before I do that, who's the first kickoff? Leicester, okay. Man City are on at 5:30. This is the transfer making decision process in my head live. Hover over the button. I got 4 frees, man. Pretty good position to be in, isn't it? I've been thinking about doing this all week. The one the one I think I'm not sure on because it's the rule in advice that I give. It's the rule and advice that I give to everyone is to not make luxury transfers. And a luxury transfer is taking out one good player who can score points, who starts every game, for another one who plays every game, can score well, which is Guardiola to Gabriel. So I don't think that makes sense. But I'm taking out Rico Lewis because I no longer trust his minutes. And I think that's a sound decision. Luca Dean has started. I think he started every game. He started all the games so far this season. Played 45 in one of them, but he started all the rest of the games. And yes, he doesn't play 90 every game, but for a defender, that's actually beneficial. Can't you wait and upgrade to an Arsenal? I could, but who do I get rid of? Or can I get an Arsenal defender for 5 million? No. Timber is 5.5. No, so I see what you're saying, Sally. This is my team at the moment. I've got Aina and Greaves as my 2 bench options. I do think about Lewis Hall, but I've decided, in my opinion, that Luca Dean is better. All the predicted points models say that Luca Dean is better. You actually say Matty Cash is better than Luca Dean. Yeah. So I think we're going Luca Dean, ladies and gentlemen. I can hardly believe it. But we're going for Luca Dean. What are you laughing at me for, Sally? I'm offended. Don't do it. Why should I not do it? He is the biggest troll in FPL history, but that's not. I don't think it's ever been his fault. It's a fair point, Get Carter. Oh, it's a think. Yeah, I'm thinking too, man. I'm thinking too. It's a There you go. That was a cringeworthy face I just pulled. Play 1, 8 Nori, Cole. I play 8 Nori. Far more attacking threat than the rest of them. He basically plays as a winger, mate. Does 8 Nori. No question I would go 8 Nori there. No question about it. I'd bench Mazwari. Yeah, bench Mazwari. I can't believe I'm looking at Luca Dean. And also, it's not just Fantasy Football Hub expected points that are favouring Luca Dean. If I just do... What would, as we're both thinking, Sally, what would your... So make an argument for Luca Dean and make an argument against him. Nori is on 4 yellows, but if you're playing one, because that's what Becco's asking, mate, you don't need to spam the chat. I said 8 Nori. I've already answered your question. 8 Nori. Why not Matty Cash? Because I don't like Matty Cash. I think Matty Cash's place in the team is less secure than Luca Dean's. It's saying I should buy Gusto. To be fair, with Reece James injured... Oh, he's bloody a doubt as well. Oh, wow. A new player has entered the fray, ladies and gentlemen. Malo Gusto. And they rotate really well with Aina too. Because Aina's got Ipswich next week. And Chelsea have got Villa. Davis could be so many. Paul's got better long-term fixtures. Let's have a look. Let's have a look at that. I'm open to suggestions here. Are they though? Are they better? Those two. And then I've got to play them against Liverpool. That's because I've been blowing my nose, my friend. That's probably why my nose is getting red then, because I've been using a tissue to blow it. No one needs to see me do that on camera. That's an interesting observation, though, Matty Winalot. I'm grateful that you're looking at me that closely. It is simply because I've been blowing my nose. I can open my window as well. Actually, open my blinds. I'd probably play Semedo. I don't think Rico Lewis plays. I'm looking to sell Rico Lewis this week. Yeah, Colwell's a shout as well. Right, I'm going to put it to a spin the wheel. I'm going to put it to a spin the wheel. All right, shoot in your cheap defender options. I'd start Larson. Who else? Who else can we look at? Oh, no, not Keane. Can't have Michael Keane. I'm ruling him out. I don't want him in my team. Guess Anthony Robinson could be decent as well. Let's just see what his fixtures are like. Oh, no. Okay, no, don't want him. I wish there was a 5 million Arsenal defender. Yeah, I suppose Van Heck's got to go in there as well, hasn't he? Hello, Gurney. Craig Dawson. I can't go for Craig Dawson. Sorry. There's 8 Nori on this list. All the way down here, look. Unbelievable. No, I can't get him in. I can't get 8 Nori in. Kirkez and Davis. Yeah, I think we got Kirkez in there, haven't we? Yeah. Davis, right. I personally don't like him enough to put in my team. I appreciate the suggestion, but I don't think I can pick an Ipswich defender. I appreciate the suggestion, though. I think that's my lot, isn't it? Spin the wheel. Let's spin that wheel. No, I need someone with good fixtures in 12 and 14 to rotate with Aina. So I think it's Luca Dean or Gusto or Colwell. That's my shortlist. That's my and Lewis Hall, actually. I could do Lewis Hall too. What's Lewis Hall's fixtures like, actually, for rotation? I need a good fixture this week and in 14. Nah, he's got Liverpool. I can't do that. Sally's happy to see Kirkez, though. I need a good fixture in 14 because Aina's going to play for me in 13. So I think it's... Oh, go back. We'll go back. So I've narrowed it down. It's these 3, isn't it? This is my shortlist. There we have it. There we have it. There we land. Ladies and gentlemen. Is he fit? But they all got knocks, haven't they? All got bloody knocks. They're good fixtures, those, aren't they? Those are good fixtures. Yeah, tell me a defence that isn't shaky, though. Tell me a defence this season that isn't shaky. I'm overthinking it. Well, I've only got 3 options, mate. Is this an easy decision, though? Is that an easy decision? Dean, Gusto, or Colwell? What's the... What could I do here? Canate's 5.5, isn't he? If he was 5 million, I'd get him in. But he's not, he's 5.4. My captain from the balcony view. I'm guessing that's an Islamic word. What does that mean? I've never seen someone say that before. Good day to you, my friend. Follow my guts. My gut is saying Luca Dean. My gut is saying Luca Dean. Let's just check his fixtures. We need to look a bit beyond 3 game weeks. Oh, they're good, aren't they? These Villa fixtures are good. All right. Let's just see. 17 and 18 are 2 games. Well, game week 17 in particular, I wouldn't want to play him. Whereas Aina has got Spurs. Chelsea. They got Fulham. I've said it myself, Paul. I don't know why. I just did bullshit Will then for no reason. Let's see Aina's fixture for 15 a second. How does that rotate? Man United. Colwell's got Spurs. Who has Dean got? 50. Southampton. Oh, that's a lot better. Only 7 likes on the stream. We got 7 likes. 7 likes. I've had 1,400 people tune in, and only 7 people have liked it. Really? No, I'm not a like beg, but come on. 54. Okay. Let's get it to 100 likes, man. Get me to 100 likes. That'd be wonderful. Oh, Luca Dean. Luca Dean. One more thing. One more thing to search. Right. Tom, read this out and I will like your stream. I'm just doing a long-term all competitions fixture comparison between Luca Dean and Colwell at the moment. So Luca Dean has Juve on Wednesday, away at Chelsea on Sunday, home at Brentford on Wednesday, home at Southampton on Saturday. Where's the rotation happening there? Colwell, away at Leicester, Heidenheim. That's he's not going to play that game. Then he's going to start there. I think he's going to start there. I think he'll start there. I think he'll probably be rested. Even though I don't like the Tottenham fixture, I think he's probably better. Because, yeah, I think that Christmas period is going to suck for Luca Dean. But I think for Colwell, it's probably not. I liked your vid. Would you start Solanke or Semenyo? I'd start Semenyo. Yeah, go Semenyo. Sally, I feel like we've been having the same thought process here. I'm going for Colwell. I think I'm on Colwell. I'd love to go for an Arsenal defender if I could, though. I'd love to get an Arsenal defender. Hang on. I just don't know how Man United line up, Sally. I just don't know how they line up. No, I can't get to. Ooh, actually. Get Timber in. I'm scheming in my head as to how I could do something here. If I get Timber in, and then also get Colwell in, and I've got 1.2 million here. I could keep. Oh. It'd be Gusto, Paul, I think. That doesn't really work, does it? Because Timber's not going to play all the games. He's not going to play all the games. He's getting rested. No, no, no. Behave. I think I need to keep it simple and just get Colwell. I'm just going to check the Chelsea prediction before I do it. Colwell's in it. Okay. 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 Done it. Ladies and gentlemen, I've done it. I've done it. Win a lot. You throw that stat in after I transfer him in. And I'm not just bringing him in for 1 week either. I'm bringing him in for Leicester, Southampton, Brentford, Everton, Fulham, Ipswich, Palace, Bournemouth, Wolves. And I think over the Christmas period, having those defenders that are going to play every single minute of every single game is the way to go. And Colwell, so far this season, has played every single minute of every single game. So I'm going to stick with him. We did it. We did a transfer. There's a possibility of a Salah early sub. But he's just had 2 weeks of rest, so I think he'll be fine. Why would you be looking to buy one of those players if you have a benching headache, Fishow? Why would you be looking to buy one of those players if you have a benching headache? If you've got a benching headache already, that suggests that they all should start for you. Just my opinion. I'll probably go for another half an hour if that's okay, guys. So I've already been live for 2 hours. So I'll go live for another half hour. Oh, you're on wildcard, of course. I wouldn't pick that many on a wildcard, mate. I just hate benching headaches in this game. I hate benching headaches. In fact, I'd probably go Saka over Bruno. Rice is playing, isn't he? Let's see the Arsenal prediction. Where's the Arsenal prediction? Here it is. Rice and Saka are predicted to start, guys. Just saying. By this metric. Yeah, but Cole's had tough fixtures, mate. Colwell's not had easy games since then. Liverpool, Newcastle, Man United, and Arsenal in that time. Those are games where, yeah. Well, John, I understand that, but I would turn the page on you and say, you try going live for 2 hours. It's hardcore, mate. And I'm going to make a video tonight, and I'm going to go live twice tomorrow, and I'm going to make a video tomorrow. This is a marathon this weekend, mate, as it is every weekend. I understand the sentiment, though. It is a deadline stream. I've made my deadline decision. Lee Fisher, you absolute legend. Welcome, welcome, my friend. You've been watching this channel for pretty much as long as it's been around, so it's absolutely fantastic to have you as a member. Well, I started early because I thought it would be, I thought it would be quite inclusive for people in different time zones. And I also find that quite a lot of people drop off the streams when all the big guys go live. So it's quite nice to get the time when they're not live. So yeah. Verbruggen or Flecken? Verbruggen. I've got Flecken. I don't think I can sell him, but I would go for Verbruggen. No, Gurney. I'd say Jarrod Bowen is always a good FPL option. I would say that. See, big fans of the early stream here. I appreciate that it might just look like I'm sat in front of a photography light. I've been up since 7:30. I've had a long week of work. I'm sorry. I can't do 3.5 hours. And also, I don't think I could offer any more advice really over 3.5 hours. Of course, Lee. You're a member, man. That's what I do for members. I really like those moves, by the way, Lee. Before I even look at the team, I really like those moves. I think I also made 8 videos over the course of the last week. Just saying. While I was on holiday too. I'm letting the team down. Mate, I'm not working hard enough. You're doing Johnson to Bruno. Yeah, I really like that, mate. I really like that. Great team as well. Great stuff. Great stuff. There's nothing more to say other than that looks great, mate. I like it. Smart moves, Lee. Love your moves, man. You little guitar holding hero, you. Start 1, Keen. I start 8, Nori. My pleasure, Lee, mate. Thank you so much for joining as a member. Colwill or Dean? Colwill. I've just done Colwill. I've just had that. If you watch back, mate, I had a really long and drawn out thought process over what I do. So yeah, go back and find out my thought process. But I went for Colwill. Wasn't the water taxiway was fun. I hope you enjoyed my live streams from Venice. Did you actually enjoy those? Did you find them entertaining? Because I tend to go out for walks during my lunch break and stuff at work. I do sometimes like to not have my phone and just be in nature. But occasionally for my lunchtime walks, I could take my phone with me and just go live while I walk around, if people would like that. I made a big meal out of Carl. I did make a big meal out of Carl, mate. Paul's roasting me today, man. This guy, he hates my guts. I'm letting the team down, making a meal out of my transfers. Good morning, mate. What would you do with McNeil, and who would you get in? I have all the big name players. But if you've got all the big name players, just keep him. I think McNeil's fine. Golden Goal hero. Big ups, mate. I really appreciate that. You're in Berkshire as well. My office is in Reading, so big ups Berkshire. Also bought my car from. Where did I get my car from? What was the place called? Christ, I don't know. There's another town in Berkshire, and that's where my car comes from. I've lost it. No, not Basingstoke. It wasn't Basingstoke. It was another one. I can't remember what it's called. Oh, what Berkshire towns? Where was it? Not Newbury. Bracknell. I got it from Bracknell. Lovely, lovely Bracknell. So, mate, you don't live in Slough, do you? Before I talk about Slough, you don't live in Slough, do you? 1v1 in Fortnite. Bro, I haven't picked up an Xbox controller for about a year. God, mate, Slough was pretty horrendous. When I had... So I think this is actually what started me doing a YouTube channel, you know. So at work, when I was 18, I did an apprenticeship so I worked for this company, and then there was a separate training provider that taught me for my apprenticeship, and I had to do like this course. And their head office was in Slough, and I had to go to Slough I filmed some like promotional material for them, and it was like my first experience of being on camera, and I actually rather enjoyed it. I think I was quite good at it as well, just naturally, which, yeah, I mean, decide for yourself if I'm good on camera, I guess. But it was in Slough, and Slough was questionable. That's all I'll say. It was a questionable place. John, what do? I work, I do YouTube, I swim, I lift weights in the gym, and I see my friends. And that's pretty much every hour of my life right now. I'm either doing one of those things. So I don't play Xbox. That's my life that I've just described to you. And I'm very happy with that life. But that is my life. It's either working, training, or seeing friends. That's basically all I do. I wouldn't take the hit, mate, if you're going to do it next week. And also, I think he will play, but there is a risk that Saka doesn't play. And I wouldn't take a hit for a player that's a risk. I would probably start Semenyo over Rodgers, but it's close. It's definitely close. Excuse me. John, no comment, mate. No comment on that one. I will not comment on that one because that's a personal matter, mate. I've shared enough information about that. It's a personal thing. Out of respect for that person, and no one needs to know about that. I'll just leave it. Yes, balcony view. They will play. They definitely will play. Rice will not start. Should I bench Gabriel for Maswari? I think Rice will play, for what it's worth. I mean, the Arsenal lineup predictions have Arsenal playing. Look, have him playing 89%. Yeah, John. Mate, honestly, I appreciate the defense, Saurus, but I really don't care. John's in like every stream. I appreciate his viewership enough that there's not. I know he means well. Don't worry, mate. I'm all good. Even if he didn't mean well, I don't care. It really doesn't get to me. Juntao, I'm very well, my friend. I hope you are too. Does anyone want to be a moderator, by the way? I feel like I could do another spin the wheel to pick a moderator if anyone was interested. Ooh, my back and shoulders are sore. Oh. Yes, Juntao, I've made a transfer, mate. I did Rico Lewis to Colwell. I've locked it in. The transfer is done. I'm going to be live for another 15 minutes. I'm going to be live for another 15 minutes. And that'll be 2 hours, 30 minutes in total. That would have been live. And then we're going to a party this afternoon. But my plan is to get home and make a video. That's all right, Uber. Also, by the way, I don't want people to see moderating as a job. You join the stream whenever you're around and you moderate when you want to. There's no, do what you like, man. I will probably do that, Harmony. I will probably do that. My plan is to go to the gym at 10, because I haven't been to the gym very much this week. Get a quick gym session in, and then if I'm I won't take my phone with me. So if I'm in the gym for an hour, I won't be able to change my team. But I don't think I will be. Good to see you, Liam, mate. Afraid I won't be at the Burnley game today. I'll be on a boat on the river with my mates, having a party. But I hope you enjoyed the game. Yeah, exactly, Jintao. You just come in when you want. It's not a job. Please don't feel moderation is that at all. We're just showing appreciation. I can't pronounce that name because it's Greek. I'm pretty sure that's the Greek alphabet. And Bumo and Isaac, or Bruno and Jackson. And Bumo and Isaac. Yeah, 12:30 kickoff. The energy just doesn't feel on it, does it? And I don't know about you, but I'm not feeling hyped today. Not yet, anyway. Start 1 out of 3. Bernardo Silva, Solanke, Guardiola. I start Solanke. I start Solanke. Sally, I'm not really much of a party person, to be honest. If I go to a party, I'll be partying. I just won't be drinking much. So yeah, we'll see. The weather here in Bristol today is meant to be really, really bad as well. So yeah, we'll see. Correct, John. I went on a boat this time last year as well, and it was cold. I tell you what though, I'm gonna be looking fresh today. I bought I'm gonna show you. So basically, in Venice. By the way, I'd been asked. Sally's asked me twice if I'm partying tonight. So in Venice, they actually have some really good shops that are also very reasonably priced. So I bought myself, I don't know if you can see that here. It's the t-shirt on underneath it. It's a navy blue t-shirt from Carhartt. But I bought myself a navy blue jumper, but it's like a long sleeve polo shirt. I've always wanted one of these because I think they're really smart. And it's Venetian wool. And it was 50 quid for a Venetian wool jumper from a fully fledged Italian tailor. 50 quid. What a steal. I was like, this is pretty special. So I'll be vibing today in that. And it is jumper weather today, let me tell you. Well, Yeosaurus, mate, you should definitely do your assignment. Cheers, Ua. Can you answer? I've been answering your questions the whole time. Hall versus West Ham or no? I'd go 8 Nori. I've been asked Lewis Hall versus 8 Nori about 5 times on this stream, mate. While you've been in here. Come on, bro. I'm only joking. I thought that too, Paul. That's a good price, that, isn't it? Yeah, but John, Primark I don't think I've ever bought anything other than maybe a pair of socks when I've been in an emergency. I don't buy things from Primark because I know where they're made. I'm only joking, bro. I'm only joking, balcony of you. I'm only joking. I answered your question. But yeah, I question the morality of Primark. Ua, consider yourself added, my friend. There you go. Can I see who my moderators are? Maybe not. I did balcony view. That's why I keep saying that. I reserve the right to change it again. It's my team. I do what I want. But yeah, I know it's quite annoying, isn't it? But we're all prone to making last minute decisions. We're all prone to it. I'd start 8 Nori Kaftan, mate. You don't need to copy me, bro. Do your own thing with your team, man. I'm not an FPL expert. So here's my reason, right, for captaining Haaland. So I don't think there's much between Haaland and Salah. I don't think there's much. I want to capitalise on people selling Haaland because you cannot tell me that Haaland is a bad option. You can't. He's in good form for his country. He did well over the international break. Tottenham do not have any fit centre-backs. So it's going to be Dragusan and Ben Davies. So, I'm going Haaland. Even though I know Southampton don't have Bednarek or Ramsdale, I think Bednarek is rubbish, by the way. He is rubbish in the Championship last year. So I'm going to go for Haaland. Oh, Henderson or Fabianski. Henderson. I would start 8 Nori, John. Yeah, of course, Kaftan. Sorry. Raul Jimenez, Pedro, Rogers, Garnacho in that order. I've got a refreshed view on João Pedro v Rogers now. Sell Luis Diaz. I'd sell Luis Diaz because you just don't know if he's going to play. Son's going to play every week, but Luis Diaz won't. For that reason, I'd get rid of Luis Diaz. Ooh, excuse me. I'd bench Smith Rowe, Louis. I'd bench Smith Rowe. Appreciate the compliment, mate. I also went to some stand-up comedy last night, by the way. It's very funny. I've no idea who I saw. I'll show you. I saw this geezer. Don't know if anyone's heard of him. That was the 22nd of the month. I saw a guy named Robin Morgan. Don't know if anyone's heard of him. I saw this dude. He's very funny. There you go. Fun fact. I enjoyed myself. It was good fun. Yeah, it'd be fine, Lee. All the international players have done that kind of thing, though. I will be fine. Semenyo definitely fit. Unsure about Saka. A lot of the lineup predictors have said that Saka's going to play, though. And if you were to ask me, I think Saka plays, but I can't be 100% sure. Wissa is doing really well, isn't he? I just prefer penalty takers, and I think Raul Jimenez is now going to be the penalty taker for Fulham. Pereira missed the last one, and it was a terrible pen, so I think Jimenez is off pens now. Bench one of DCL, Rogers, Semenyo. DCL. Do not just get rid of it, mate. DCL in the bin, and then it'll score. I'd start Semenyo and João Pedro, I think. I would start Semenyo and João Pedro. A lot of people have got some really big benching headaches this week, haven't we? I'm quite pleased that I don't. I've just got an 11 that I'm very happy with. Calvert-Lewin can get in the bin. Oh, that's a good question, Slavin. I think they'll be in and there or thereabouts the same, but I've got to give it to Isak. Semenyo, the man, the myth, the legend. I don't even need to show expected points for that. It's Semenyo. Haaland will be on pen. My prediction, he'll stay on pen. I think Andreas Pereira was always questionable as to whether he would take pens as well. Jimbo the Daddy, I'd give it an 8.5. Reason being, I think Dean and Timber will be minutes issues for you at some point in time over the Christmas period. I had a decision of Colwill versus Luca Dean, and I've gone for Colwill. I'm just going to tweet my team. I'm going to tweet and post my team on Instagram a second. Let's tweet it. Let's tweet it. I don't want to tweet jump the wave. There we go. Game week 12. 1 transfer used. Lewis to Colwill was between him and Dean. That was my thought process around keeping Guardiola. It's not letting me highlight the text. It's not letting me do that. What? What's going on? Posting that. Just going to do an Instagram post as well. I'll post my team on Instagram if people are interested. Let's try and do an Instagram post. Oh, I'm going to have to do that off screen. Because you're going to see all the photos that are saved on my computer. And you don't I'm just posting on the old Instagram. Anyone wants to follow me on Instagram, by the way, I'll put a link in the chat. We'll give it another go. Don't read my name out. Shumeni, that's what I'll call you. Who do I bench? Johnson or Larson? Brought Isak in for DCL. I'd bench Johnson. You don't want to see those, John. Too right, mate. There's nothing. It's just screenshots of my FPL graphics to put in OBS, really. I'd roll, Alan. I'm in that position, and I'm keeping Wood. The reason being is not necessarily for this week, but I look at next week when he's got Ipswich, and I'll think, oh, well, I wish I had Chris Wood. And then I might sell him after the Ipswich game, but I'm going to keep him for the time being. My thinking is, if I drop him to, God, I'm going to put myself in a world of pain here, aren't I? Because I've spotted a transfer I could have made. But I'm not going to do it yet. I think once we get to game week 14, I'm going to get João Pedro in. Get this guy in. You're going to hate me. Oh, hang on. I'm going to get this guy in goal as well. And then probably get rid of Guardiola. I'm going to do something like that. But not right now. I'd start Semenyo. Should I take a -4 to go Haaland to Isak and Foden/Rodgers to Salah? Yeah. No, don't do it. 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 Don't like it. Don't do it. Good to see you, Alex. I'm so sorry, mate, but I'm going to wrap up the stream in a couple of minutes. I really appreciate you joining, though, my friend. It's good to see you. Is that Hook in Hampshire? That is my question. Hook near Surbiton. I don't know what that is. Fair enough. I'd start Welbeck. I would start... Good Lord, no, Joe. I have no idea. Flip a coin. Spin the wheel. Do a spin the wheel on Google. Harry, I'd start Porro. God, that's hard. I'd start Porro just because I'm not sure if Rico Lewis actually starts. Right, we're at 10 a.m. I've been live for 2.5 hours. That was a poor transition, that, wasn't it? Ugh. I've got a party this afternoon, and after the party, I'm going to get home and I'm going to record a YouTube video, right? So don't question my commitment to this. I know I'm leaving early. Tomorrow, I will go live at 10 a.m. for a reaction stream, and then I will also go live after the final game on the Sunday. So there'll be 2 reaction streams on Sunday you can catch me in. And then I'm hoping that I can also make a video on Sunday afternoon, which will go out just after the live stream finishes. So 2 streams and a video tomorrow and a video tonight. So come on. Good luck, everyone. Alexandra, I feel like I didn't really chat to you that much this stream. Sorry if I missed any of your messages, mate. But it's been a pleasure having you here, as always. Yeah. Nice one, everyone. I wish you the best of luck. Like I said, I did Rico Lewis to Colwill. Haaland is my captain currently. We'll see. We'll see how it goes.